Alright, we're going to tie a stonefly. That's been working pretty good around here. I got a new setup, so bear with me. Here we go. Hopefully I don't bump the tripod too much. Let me get back up just a bit. Okay, here we go. So we're starting with a size 6 1270 curved hook by Daiichi. You guys want to see it? There it is. And we're pairing that with a gold brass bead, 4.8 millimeter Black Rivers Wildflies. So, got the hook and the bead ready. We're going to add some weight to it. This is lead wire, 0.025. Okay, start it back here. Now I'm going to try this new thing with the camera like this. That way you guys can tie along if you want to. You can see it exactly how it would look to you if you were tying with me. So we'll give it a shot and see how it works, see what you guys think. Go ahead and get that on, and then cinch it down into the bead. So get your thread. I'm going to use, not what I have on here, I'm going to use a black, actually I'm going to use brown. We're going to use some Superfly flat brown trout. Because we're going to make a brown stonefly with this one. So get that on your bobbin holder. Okay. Start that thread right behind the wire, gold wire. Secure that on there. Cut off your tag end. And then overwrap your lead. Get that on there nice and secure. You can make a couple passes. And typically I like to use more lead than that, but I'm gonna try making this one just a little bit lighter. Once it's secure, you can take the thread back to about the hook point or so. This one we will use some brown legs. These are small brown round rubber legs. Pull one off. And the way I like to do this is get it around the thread like so. It doesn't have to be perfectly lined up because you're going to trim them later. But then you can go like this. And then get them on each side and work it down to where the bend of the hook starts. Like so. Now for the ribbing, we're going to use copper brown, ultra wire, and a brassy size. I've got some on this bobbin, but I'm just going to pull some off. Try to go as quick as possible. This isn't going to be a really short video, so bear with me. Tie that on there, like so. Okay, once that's on there, we're going to dub with some brown rabbit. It's been dyed dark brown rabbit fur. Get you some of that on there. Just a thin dubbing noodle. You can always go back and add more, which is what I've been doing on this fly. So get that started, then work your way up, touching wraps. Start thin, and then you're going to work your way up a little fatter. A little more. You want this to be a pretty tight noodle too for the back of the fly. keep adding more. In my opinion, this is the best way to do it because it's cleaner looking. There's no reason to be in a hurry. Just take your time, get it right, and it'll look good. I haven't done a video for a long time. It's July Mr. Tackle Box was the last one I made. And I don't get those anymore. I canceled that subscription to get more flat tie and stuff because I'm really trying to get into fishing the river more, so we'll get into that in a second. Anyways, next step, you're going to take your wire. Now you can either counter wrap this or you can wrap it the same way. I don't think it really matters on this, but whenever I wrap wire over another material like this, I always like to counter wrap it. It does potentially help keep the material a little bit more secure, but like I said, I don't feel like it's super necessary on this one, but we're going to do it anyways. So you're just making the segments even wraps all the way down. Now I went a little far up on this one, but that's fine because we can still cover it up. And then once you've got the wire secured on there, you can just helicopter off. A couple more wraps. And there's that part. So next you're going to grab some peacock, or not peacock, some pheasant. I'm looking at peacock and talking about pheasant. We'll find a good one. That'll work. And this is going to be for the wing case. So just pull you a piece off of there, like so. Cut off the little curly ends. And then we're going to secure that like right about there. But like I said, we went a little bit far, so I'm going to actually work my way back just a little bit. We're going to dub over that right about there. And then just kind of cut these down just a little bit so they don't go past the bead, and then you can secure them down with your tying thread. This is a pretty light wire hook, so I don't want to pull too much and bend it. Alright, next step, we're going to go ahead and dub just a little bit more with the same brown rabbit fur. You want that to start right behind the wing case and work your way up. Now we're going to add some more legs. Go ahead, so these are in like a sheet. They come in like a long sheet that I've cut down and leg sized, or a little bit longer than necessary, but that's so I can trim them to the appropriate length depending on the size fly or the kind of fly that I'm tying. So what you could do on this one is, since they're attached, I like to do 2 at a time. So I'll go ahead and pull 2 off. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. 2 off, but they're still attached. And what that does is it makes it a lot easier to work with them. So go ahead and get that around your thread. Kind of get them even. They don't have to be perfect, but get them about the same length. And then secure them on there, like so. You can do a couple wraps just to make sure they're on there. And then go ahead and grab 2 more for this our side of the fly. Now, I used to do our side first, but I have actually found, for some weird reason, there's no real reason behind it, but I found that if I do that side first, far side first, they are more even, and they just look a lot better. So, no reason why, they just do. So, there you go. So now the legs are on there. So now what we're going to do, grab some more dubbing. And you can make these a bunch of different ways. Whoa! I'll show you here in a second, once we finish this one up, a bunch of them that I've been working on the last few days. I'll add it to the end of this video. Now, take the back two legs. They're going to be the back two legs, kind of hold them back, and then dub just a little bit behind where they're going to start. Dub in the middle, and then pull the front legs back and finish in the front. I'm going to add just a little more. Sorry, I'm not the... Jeez, bumped the camera again. I'm not the best at explaining these in the correct terms as I go, but I'll get better. Just help me out by commenting down below, and that'd be awesome. So, go ahead and finish that off like that. Then you'll take the wing case, pheasant tail, pull it forward, secure that right on top, couple wraps, and then pull it back and finish up close to the bead. Now, trim off the excess, finish with a whip finish. Now all these legs can get in the way. If you can get them to stay back like that, or another trick that I do is I'll take a scrap piece or an extra piece of wire. I get this red ultra wire, and then you can actually temporarily just kind of hold things back with it, so all the rubber legs are out of your way. Alright, grab your whip finish tool. This is going to be kind of tricky with the camera right here. And do about a 4 or 5. Turn whip finish. Snip off your thread. Then what you can do, take that wire off, put it aside, and you can trim your legs. Now, the way I trim my legs is I grab all 4 of them like that. I'm not stretching them. I'm just holding them. There's no stretch to what I've got. But then I'll grab it with my fingers, okay? And then I'll just go up just a hair, and I'll trim them all the same length, like so. And that's about the right length for my personal preference. So then what you could do, trim the tail. The tail can be short. Now I've also put, on these ones, I've also done where I've added antenna, or whatever you want to call it. And those have caught fish as well. Don't really matter either way. This catches fish. Trout and steelhead both love stoneflies here in the Rogue River in Southern Oregon. I haven't caught a steelhead in a little while though. It's getting a little frustrating, but anyways. Next step and last step before you split the legs, which is obviously going to be the last step. You can probably fish it like this, but I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Take some UV resin. I'm using the thick stuff here, and you're going to build up the top of that wing case. Make sure it goes a little bit into the body and a little bit over the bead onto the thread. Let that suck in just a minute. Take a look at it, make sure it's good. And give it a good blast of UV light. that's that. Separate the legs. And this is my version, one of my versions of a stonefly. Go ahead and get a better view of it. Whoa, there she is. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Glad to be back. Hopefully we can get some more videos out. People are hitting me up on Facebook. Hopefully we can start getting more videos out. More fly time videos, and hopefully some fly fishing videos here soon. But until then, that's going to be it for this one. Glad you guys have stuck around with me, and hopefully we can, like I said, get going at this again. So, appreciate it, and until next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Alright, told you guys I was going to show you some other stoneflies that I've been tying. I add this one to the box real quick, but possibilities are endless. These are all stoneflies tied with different colors, different materials. Some of them have orange heads, gold heads, no heads. Just kind of all depends. Some of them have a shiny dubbing. Some of them have a dull dubbing. Copper wire, black wire. And then I've got these little ones. There's some other flies in here too. Some different nymphs. Prince nymphs, copper johns, pheasant tails. But, yeah. That's what I've been doing. That's a big one. Get your big old steelhead on that one, hopefully. But, yep. I also made this box. I took a bass box, cut out the inserts, dividers, and added some furniture foam in there. And now I've got a big fly box, and it's actually awesome. I love it. Fill it up. My working station here. I'm using same old, got the foam going. But that's what I'm doing, so that's gonna do it. Appreciate you guys hanging on, checking in with me, and see if we can't keep this going. Appreciate it.